with the first thing that we need to know about is the origin of Earth. But to know the origin of Earth, we must understand the origin of the universe. Okay. So what is universe? Universe is like everything that is present. For example, from the tiniest atom to the largest stars, galaxies, everything comes under the universe. What we call them aggregate cumulatively is universe. Okay. So how did this universe originate? That's what we are going to deal here. So there are different theories from ancient times. People have given different theories. There have been mythical theories in different religions. But as time proceeded and we got into the scientific domain, we came onto a modern theory, that is Big Bang theory. And that is the theory that we are going to deal here. That is the theory that is most important for us in terms of examination. Though this has never been asked in the examination until now, but there is a possibility that this might be asked. So we will talk a little about the Big Bang theory here. Okay. So the Big Bang theory. What would the name? The name Big Bang suggests that it has something to do with a bang, an explosion, right? So that is what the Big Bang theory talks about. Um, what happens is that the Big Bang theory assumes that at the start, at the beginning, what happened was that every matter, the whole matter that we see today, was concentrated in a single point, in a single, you can say, a tiny ball. Okay, it was infinitely small, it was very hot, and it was infinitely dense. You can imagine, because if all the matter that is present today was concentrated in that particular inner point, it would be infinitely dense, right? So this point, this particular point, this thing is called singularity. We call the term singularity. And then what happened, that about 13.7 billion years ago, of giga annum, what happened was that there was an explosion. It was not like a conventional explosion, but yes, we can say that there was a very rapid exponential expansion. Something happened that caused exponential expansion, and then this ball exploded, and what we see now, the universe was generated from this particular tiny point of singularity. Okay, this is what the Big Bang theory hypothesis. Okay, I hope this is clear. So, whenever there is a question on Big Bang theory, there are a few terms that are needed to be mentioned, and you must mention these terms to make the examiner understand that you are a student of geology. See, one thing is very important when you are dealing with geology optional for UPSC. When an examiner checks your paper, he must not get the feeling that you are not a student of geology. You are someone who has taken geology apart from, like just an optional. You cannot write the terms that we use in general studies here. We have to mention those specific terms, and when you mention those specific terms, they get the attention of the examiner. They get him to know that yes, you are a knowledgeable person, you are a geologist. Okay, that's what we need to make the examiner feel. And for that, as I talked about in the introductory video as well, that we need to mention some keywords. Okay, so those keywords in case of Big Bang theory would be, first would be what I told you, infinitely small, when we will describe singularity, and it would be that very hot and infinitely dense. These terms will be necessary when we describe singularity. And then when we describe the Big Bang, the explosion, the term instantaneous must be mentioned. The term exponential expansion must be mentioned. Okay, when you mention these terms, you will get good marks. I hope this is clear. The Big Bang theory is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Um, okay. So, but we need to see the evidence, because earlier also there were many theories, right? But they were not able to justify those theories. The people who propagated those theories were not able to justify them. So we need to see the evidences of Big Bang. What are the evidence? So Big Bang, the model is compatible with three astronomical observations, three key observations, which form the evidence, the proof of Big Bang. What are these? The first is expansion of universe. So what we see today is that the galaxies which are away from the Earth seem to recede away. They seem to recede away in every direction. For example, if this is Earth, then galaxy here is also moving away, here it is also moving away, galaxy here is also moving away, and here also moving in every direction. They are moving away from us. That means the universe is expanding. So this expansion of universe is one of the evidence of Big Bang, because initially what we talked about, that Big Bang started with an exponential expansion that is still going on. So this is actually true. Okay, and a scientist named Hubble gave a law for these recessional velocities of galaxies. What was the law? The law was V is equal to H into D. Now H is a Hubble constant, while D is the distance of galaxy from Earth. So for example, what this law says is that the galaxies which are far away are moving away from Earth at a faster rate, at even faster rate, okay, than those which are near to the Earth. So this is what the Hubble's law says, and this is what the expansion of universe. We actually see the expansion of universe. Okay, so that was the first proof. The second proof is cosmic background radiation. Now, what is cosmic background radiation? So we talked about that Big Bang was an explosion, right? So an explosion in which initially there was matter and then energy was created, it must have some remnant radiation. What is radiation? Radiation is the form of electromagnetic waves through which energy travels. So there must be some remnant radiation of such a huge event which must be present even today. So that was first initially hypothesized that there must be some radiation. We need to find it out. Until we find it out, we cannot just say that Big Bang happened. But then in 1965, the existence of this cosmic background radiation was confirmed. And for this particular confirmation, in 1978, a Nobel Prize was also awarded. So the predictions of some theoretical physicists was proven later by experimental physicists in the form of cosmic background radiation. Okay, so this radiation was found out that it was actually existing, and this was one of the proof that Big Bang happened. The last evidence about Big Bang is that the abundance of some light elements. So we will deal in again in geochemistry, we will deal with a topic known as cosmic abundance of elements. Okay, abundance means which element is present in how much amount. That is what we call abundance. So the Big Bang theory predicts that we will see later that the in nucleosynthesis topic, that Big Bang theory predicts that initially the elements which are formed were helium and hydrogen. Okay, and these constitute the major portion of the universe. The Big Bang theory predicts that, and actually experimentally it was also found out that in the observable universe, helium and hydrogen do form the most abundant elements. Okay, why I mention observable universe? Because of course universe is we have not yet reached all the ends of the universe yet, or we can actually not reach it, what is hypothesized by some physicists. But yes, in observable universe, helium and hydrogen do form the most abundant elements. So this was predicted by nucleosynthesis and later confirmed. Okay, so these are the three evidences of Big Bang theory. Okay, so I hope that this is clear. Does anyone want to ask anything? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. Very nice. Okay, so let me ask you a question. There's a force known as gravitation force, right? Gravitational force. So gravitational force is what that two masses attract each other, right? So two masses attract each other, and we know that like every matter, what is matter? Matter is something which has mass and which occupies some volume, right? That is matter. So every matter has mass. So if every matter has mass, like whatever matter we are seeing, the whole thing must be attracted towards each other, right? They must be attracted. But so how we are seeing an expansion if there is going to be an attraction amongst them? If there is an attraction, they must move closer to each other. But yet we are seeing an expansion. Can anyone tell me how is this is happening?
Sir, when the Big Bang happened, at that time, the elements, means the things which explode from singularity, they acquired some speed, velocity. So that is why they are expanding, because there is no resistance in universe as we know for now. So they are not they are not coming to rest. That is why they are expanding.
Okay, okay. But then yes, you are very close, but then, like, this gravitation, it provides an acceleration, right? Attraction, a force, provides an acceleration, and if it is an attractive force, it must provide a deceleration. For example, if this object is trying to move away with a velocity v, this, for example, this object is trying to move away because of the Big Bang, the velocity that the Big Bang provided it, this velocity v, but an attractive force is pulling it in the opposite direction, right? So this velocity must be decreasing, but what we find in evidence is that this velocity is actually increasing. That means that this force is not sufficient enough. There is some other force, there's some other object and some other energy which is actually causing an increase in this velocity, right? So that energy, what we call, is dark energy. Okay, though this is not particularly a topic of geology, you will read this in general studies under science and technology. Okay, and if you have already read, do revise this. So this dark energy is something we do not know yet about the nature of dark energy. Like, there are theories and there are research is still going on, but this dark energy is hypothesized that it provides that force which is actually causing an increase in this velocity, because matters, unless it wasn't there, matter must have got attracted towards each other, and we would not see an expansion, rather we would see a contraction. But if we are seeing an expansion, that means there's a presence of some mysterious energy, some mysterious force, that is called as dark energy. Okay, so do read about this topic, dark energy, in your GS science and technology. So we have I think we are clear here with the astronomical observations and the evidences of Big Bang theory and what Big Bang theory was.